England was thriving as a country, with its king, Edward the Confessor, on the throne, until the 5th of January 1066, he died, leaving no children behind to take the crown, so it was undecided about where the crown would go, but there were 4 major people who were up for the English crown. The first of which was a boy called Edgar Atheling. He was only 15 years of age, but he was the closest male relative towards the late king, being his great-nephew. His father was also promised the throne by Edward the Confessor, however his father had recently died, so the Saxon prince was left alone to try and take the throne.
I didn't even mean to make that rhyme.
The next up was a man called Harold Godwinson, who was the current Earl of Wessex. Wessex was the richest earldom in England at this time, so in turn that made him the richest man in England. He was used to controlling England, as he would take over from the king quite a lot on Edward the Confessor's rule, and he was highly respected by the nobles around him. Edward had promised Harold the throne on his death, which was more important than anything at this time. Next up we got William of Normandy, and I've had enough trying to be all formal with the history thing. I'm just going to explain it in the terms that I would understand. So William is the Duke of Normandy, and he's like, Edward promised me the throne, so he also wants on that English throne. He wants in on the action. He was highly supported by the Norman Church, which would become very important later on in 1066. And finally we have the beast of claimants to the throne, Harald Hardrada, a Viking warrior and also king of Norway. Now, he thought he deserved to be king because of what's on the screen now. I can't say all that in the short time I have, so moving on. Who actually got the throne? Was it Edgar? No, of course not, he's literally 15. Was it William? No, he's Norman, not English. He's not king yet. A little bit of foreshadowing. It must have been Hardrada, right? No, it was not. He was robbed, which only leaves one more. Harold Godwinson was crowned king on the 6th of July 1066, one day after Edward the Confessor's death. So, England's got its new king. I'm sure there won't be any battles for the throne in the upcoming year. Right everyone?